Good evening, Griffin Nation. I hope everyone is healthy, staying safe, and spending invaluable time with your families. This is an unprecedented time in history, and I truly believe we will end up stronger as a people when this is all said and done. I would like to start by thanking the Chestnut Hill community for all of its support of athletics over this past year. Sister Carol has been a rock for this institution as she has led us through this tumultuous time. Her word for the day has become something that many of us has used as a daily ritual to make us think of all our blessings. Most importantly, I would like to thank the athletic staff for your dedication to the college, its sports program, and most importantly, the student athletes you serve. Whether it was the athletic training staff taking care of injuries big and small, Coach Egan getting your muscles ready for competition, Bethany Lang helping you stay organized in the classroom, or your respective coaches taking care of you all in their own personal way, I appreciate everything that this staff does day in and day out to make this the best athletics program it can be. Our sports information department, Greg Gornick and Stephen Conley, has really stepped up their efforts to publicize all of the work our department is doing, and it has been a great boost to our brand on social media. Jess Day, Denise Wisniewski, and Mike Terranova have all been critical to the growing success of the athletics program, and I'm grateful. I can sit here and thank the people around me for an hour, but this segment is truly about the student athletes, so I want to shift the focus back to you all. The 2019-2020 school year will always be the year that started with a bang and ended with too many questions. The week before school was to start, 3 of our program's coaches stepped down to pursue other opportunities, and one of our program's coaches went into the hospital to continue a fight that eventually came to an end on September 16, 2019, when Coach Sandy Dixon passed away. While it was such a sad time for all of Sandy's family, colleagues, and players, both past and present, it also gave our community a chance to show what it means to be Sandy strong. I watched as leaders from the women's soccer team were born, and a former pupil of Coach Dixon, Stephanie Liddy, took over the program and did an amazing job of building you all up and showing you that it is your reaction to adversity, not the adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. I watched you all come together as a true team all year long and never gave up. Watching you all play your last game at Holy Family, a tough 1-0 loss, was one of my proudest moments to be a Griffin because of the heart and intensity you played and you carried all the way to the end. Sandy was absolutely looking down on you with a huge smile on her face. And a side note, she would have been terrified of COVID-19 pandemic. There is no need for a mask in heaven. Moving through the fall, we watched a sprint football team who lost their head coach a week before school promptly go on to win 5 games for the first time since joining the league in 2015. We watched a volleyball team rally for 5 wins in the last 7 games to finish with 14 wins total, tying a program best for wins in a season since moving to Division II. The golf team came in 4th place in the CACC Championships, which is also a program best finish. Women's tennis bounced back after not making the playoffs in the prior 3 seasons to win 5 matches in the CACC and made the playoffs. Men's soccer battled for a playoff spot all the way down to the last week. We eventually came up a bit short, but the effort was undeniable. And lastly, but certainly furthest from the least, Ziggy Fisher had 4 first-place finishes in the cross-country circuit, and most impressively, won Runner of the Year honors by winning the CACC Conference Championship on a rainy, freezing cold morning in October. In the winter, the men's basketball team used an extremely young and inexperienced team to improve the previous team's record by 6 wins. They remained in the hunt for a CACC playoff spot all the way to the last week of the season. Meanwhile, the women's basketball team bounced back from a disappointing 2018-2019 season in which they did not make the playoffs to win 10 games in the conference and another playoff berth. They made this run with a first-year coach who was hired less than a month before practice began. The future is truly bright for the basketball programs. And speaking about programs on the rise, the women's bowling program was already at 59 wins for the season when the season was cut short. This was a program record, and this program has won more games each season since their inception in 2016. 59 wins and counting was enough to receive votes in the final NTCA Top 25. And then came the spring. Our baseball team, who had such high hopes for a championship run. We're off to a really strong start with 4 wins on the spring trip. One of those wins versus number 10 in the country, Barry University. Softball came back from their spring trip with a lot of promise as well, hoping to make a run to their 2nd consecutive CACC playoff appearance. Men's lacrosse was on a record-setting pace for goals scored and looked forward to challenging for a championship banner, one that was taken from us last spring at Georgian Court. While women's lacrosse had not found the win column in the first 4 games, I am confident that Coach Scattergood was about to straighten things out before the league schedule and put another team into the conference for playoffs. Men's tennis was embarking on their journey back to the NCAA regional tournament, while our new head coach for men's and women's track and field was about to begin building her program to heights that the program has not yet seen, when COVID-19 shut everything down and shut down our athletes' dreams. While I cannot answer the question of why, I can say that I am positive that Griffin Athletics is on the rise. Congratulations to this year's award winners. I look forward to seeing you all back on campus as soon as we possibly can. To the seniors whose seasons were cut short by the pandemic, thank you. Thank you for your dedication to your coaches and teammates. You all have left your mark on the athletics program and will forever be remembered as the class who had their dreams cut short. But that does not mean your impact was cut short. In reality, your impact on the college is indelible. And remember, once a Griffin, always a Griffin. Thank you.